1961, deep in Uganda, a Garden of Eden, two missionaries travel from afar to come to Africa. It's here that Montreal-born Lucille Teasdale's destiny would unfold. Lucille Teasdale and her Italian-born husband, Dr. Piero Corti, built from nothing a hospital in rural Uganda. In 35 years, they turned a small 30-bed hospital into a large medical center.
For 20 years, she was the only surgeon over 2 million people.
So they not only treated the sick, they educated a generation of Ugandan doctors and nurses.
She was a fountain of knowledge for all of us.
Then, catastrophe.
That peace was shattered when Idi Amin came into power.
Uganda slid into chaos. The country exploded into the horrors of civil war. The AIDS virus was traveling in the blood of the injured.
And this is probably when she got infected with the AIDS virus.
They mourned Dr. Lucille while a new enemy was stalking the land. In October 2000, the Ebola epidemic broke out in the region. Dr. Matthew Lukwia mobilized about 100 volunteers who agreed to nurse the Ebola patients. 13 of them, including Dr. Matthew himself, paid for their dedication with their lives. With the death of their founders, war, and disease, how can this hospital survive so much tragedy?
Medicine is not a profession. Medicine should be a vocation, a way to dedicate ourselves to the people.
Through war, disease, and despair, the hospital not only has survived, but has grown and become a beacon of hope to the people and communities around it.
Because the hospital is not only a hospital, it has had to face years of insurgency. So we have to build by ourselves, we have to repair by ourselves, we have to do maintenance. So there are a lot of workers, of cleaners, of people who sew, of people who wash. It is a small city.
Now the challenge as of now is that because of the wars which have lasted since 1986, now coming to 2 decades, the economic growth again has been completely down and people are very poor.
And so they suffer from diseases that are mostly preventable and curable. The hospital treats some 300,000 patients a year.
And out of this, more than 70% of them are women and children.
Malaria is very common among the children, and it is one of the leading causes of admission of children in this hospital.
Educating children and parents is key, and thanks to people like Thomas, who works tirelessly at the hospital and in the field, patients are getting the message.
Our mission is to make them understand the importance of coming to the hospital early than late.
Thomas's father was a gatekeeper at the hospital, and Thomas himself works on the weekends. For him, the hospital is his family, and were it not for a fear of blood, he would have become a doctor himself. He's completely dedicated to the next generation, to teaching them about proper health care.
You cannot really do exactly how you plan things to be done. In a community, there are people who doesn't want to change. And with change, it's a gradual thing. And sometimes it's not very easy to make them understand exactly what you want. But still, we continue to make them understand.
Here, patients are admitted with family who camp out in the courtyard to cook for them. Although Lacor has broken many barriers, funding continues to be a challenge, with the hospital being largely funded by foreign donors. Dominic Corti and Dr. Martin work tirelessly to raise money. Not only is Lacor run by Ugandans, they have almost 600 staff and they are all Ugandan, from the director to the cleaners. But it is also a teaching center with up to 60 students from the Faculty of Medicine at Gulu State University and 200 students in nursing and lab assistant programs.
Things here have changed. We have now 40 doctors. They are all Ugandans, and they are very good.
I want to be a doctor because I will help the sick people when they are sick, and I like the patients so much.
I am what I am because of this hospital.